All right, if you're like me, you've probably wondered at some point in your life, how much money can you like actually make door dashing, Uber eating, Grubhubbing? Like, what is the pay? Postmating, another way. What is the pay for someone that like low-key would like do a little bit of it, and like, is it worth it, you know? So this is my first time ever Uber eating. This is starting today, and we're gonna see how much money we can make in the span of like 5 days when I already have other plans. I'm already like low-key busy during some of the hours of the other days. And I'm just gonna kind of do this a little bit throughout the week, see how many trips we can get in, and see just how much money you can make as an Uber Eats driver in a city like Austin, so a medium-sized city. And yeah, let's just like get right into it and start off with this very first trip as the greenie, Thomas. All right, we have the first order for my G of who shall not be named. Now I'm gonna go drive over yonder. Shout out to the book that I'm gonna be listening to today, The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. This book has been a banger, recommended to me by one of my friends. Highly recommend if you enjoy fantasy, and really good audiobook. Really good audiobook. Anyways, let's go get this first order done. First order done. I think I made $8.63 and it took about 20 minutes. I already have my next trip, so vamos. All right, so the one that I started ended up now being a double, so I'm picking up two things. And this time I'm picking up something from Michael's, which is gonna be interesting. Hello. All right, now that we got the thing from Michael's, we're heading to Panera Bread. Yummy! All right, we have the two orders now chilling in my passenger seat, and we're gonna go get those done. Look at the Michael's one. That was weird. Pretty sure I just got sucked into the back rooms, but it's okay because I finally found an elevator. Now to deliver Panera. All right, we have just finished those orders, and I already have another one, which is a big order. It's $20 guaranteed, and it's gonna be 2 trips. But low-key, pretty chill, listening to my audiobook and making the money at the same time. Pretty dope, guys. Might recommend. Also, from here, I'm probably not going to be like updating you on every single one. Probably just like updating you on deliveries when they're done. And then, you know, like I'll probably do a little counter maybe. Anyways, but see you soon. All right, so I delivered the first part of the order, but the second part is like 30 minutes away. In like a far off suburb of Austin. So that sucks, but it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get this order done. All right, speed run, but basically that place that was out super far, wrong address. So I ended up getting turned around and ended up at this dude's THC distribution company. And bro ended up offering me an internship there in the future and was like, hey, like low-key just contact me. You seem like a salesman. Like, I think that you would be a good intern here. So that was pretty neat, especially after like going to the wrong place. And then I did like 4 or 5 more orders, all while getting shot further and further and further and further out of Austin. I ended up going to a Home Depot and picking this dude up some wood. So that was probably one of the more interesting things that I've had to do. Anyways, now I'm gonna stop yapping and let's get back to the main point. Right, 5.5 hours later, I'm done with the first group of Uber driving.
Uber driver you've ever had?
I never went to Uber driver.
I'll probably do a little bit more driving tonight, but yeah, now I have to go to my meeting and get there quick because I might be late.
Later.
We're back out for a second round of orders for the nighttime peak times. Found out that I made $100 in my first 5 hours, which with $25 accounting for gas means I've made $75 in the 5 hours, which is $15 an hour, which is not too bad, but we're gonna see how much more we can make. All right, I just finished the 2 trips or 3 trips, and then I picked up some groceries because I'm like low-key running a little bit low on groceries. Then I'm probably gonna do like 2 or 3 more orders and then probably call it a night.
12 o'clock midnight.
I'm back after a long day of Uber eating. So here you can see the breakdown of what I made today. 17 trips, $141.63 if I remember correctly. And I still haven't received the tips from one of my orders, which I'm thinking is gonna boost it up $3 or $4. So $145 today for 7 hours of work. Not bad at all. I also just got the Uber Pro card so that I can get cash back on gas, which gas is mad expensive right now. But if I go to like an Exxon or Mobil station, I can get 12% cash back on my gas. So the gas is gonna cost less than I thought it would. Still gonna be expensive, but I still have like a quarter of a tank left. So really not too bad, but that's the breakdown of the first day. Uber eating in Austin with other things. Now, I'm gonna go to sleep and get back to y'all tomorrow.
Day 2.
Good morning, everyone. It is now Tuesday. This morning has been a morning of a little bit of prep for some meals throughout the week. And then I'm about to go work my first shift at the meal center.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter.
At the apartment that I work at, which is going to be 4 hours. And then after that, we're going to get to Uber eating. But yeah, talk to y'all soon.
2,000 years later.
So I have just finished my mail center shift. I am cooking up a brief little meal before I go. We got some salad and some tea cooking. And then I'm going to head out and we'll see exactly how much money we can make today, Tuesday. All right, out to do first order of the day. Pad Thai. Look at this cool little graffiti behind me. Anyways, Pad Thai. We have 2 orders going on this one, so let's get her done. I was wrong. They actually wanted me to pick up 3 orders, but that's fun, you know, because now I'm loaded up with food, baby. Once again, got brought out into the middle of nowhere, okay? So now I'm gonna get back to like Central Austin and then I'll turn on my radar again. So, all right, yesterday I joined their shop and deliver program, which means now I'm eligible to go to grocery stores and pick stuff up for them and then deliver it to them. So now that's what we're doing. I got 2 orders and we're gonna go get that done, even though I don't think I'm gonna be paid enough for this, but it's okay. I don't know what the tips are gonna look like, but I don't know if that's ever gonna be worth it because that took me 40 minutes just to shop. But I'm gonna go drop off all this stuff now. All right, it has been a bit since I've talked. It started raining about an hour and a half ago. Raining and pouring, mind you. Currently outside of 7-Eleven, just picked up another order. As you can see, it is raining, it is thundering, it is doing all the fun stuff. But I think, these orders, like $28 for a single order is kind of nuts. Damn! It's been a pretty decent day. I don't know. I've gotten 3 different orders technically, of having to like actually pick up people's stuff, which has really sucked, but it's okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go drop off these orders. It's been a long day. I think after this order, I'll probably be done. And then we'll just see how much we've made today. All right, we just delivered one of the last meals of the night. Special shout out, I finished The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss in this last little stretch. Really good book. It was a really fun listen. And I'm probably gonna start the second book tomorrow, but we'll see how I'm feeling. I just got back to my apartment, just took off my shoes. I'm tired, but I made $154.70 today, as you can see right here. So more profit than yesterday. I was on for less today, did the same amount of trips and made more money. So that's good. 34 out of the 60 that I need for my quote-unquote quest to be finished. All right, brief quest explanation from post-production Thomas. Basically, a quest at the beginning of the week, I selected that I would do 60 trips for Uber. And if I completed 60 trips within the span of Monday from 4 a.m. to Friday at 4 a.m., I would get a bonus of a certain amount of money. And if I did 10 bonus trips after that, I would make an extra bonus. So when I'm saying I'm trying to get to 60 trips, that's what I'm discussing. I'm talking about getting a bonus from Uber because I realized I never actually said that. Anyways, carry on, my dear love. And yeah, anyways, I'm headed to bed and I'll see y'all tomorrow for the 3rd day of Uber eating.
Day 3.
Good morning. It is Wednesday. I just woke up. I'm gonna do a little bit of cooking once again, and then I also have a 4-hour desk shift after that, so I'll be doing that. And then I'll head out to do reading again, so I'll see y'all then.
Many months later.
All right, at the time of making this video, it's 4:50 on Wednesday. I'm officially going out to start Ubering, and I now have this official count for yesterday. So yesterday I made $172.71 off of 6.5 hours of driving. So more than initially thought by about $20 due to tips and whatnot finally coming through. Shout out to the Capitol. I think we're on order number 5 or 6. Maybe this is 7. No, I'm not gonna say that. And yeah, it's going all right. It's like 6:23 right now. So I packed a lunch, so I'm gonna eat, dinner. I'm gonna eat my dinner.
Hello there! This is Thomas coming from post-production to tell you that dumb old Wednesday Thomas decided not to record anything for the next 4 to 5 hours, so there's a massive gap. So don't mind the time skip as we get to me arriving back home Wednesday night.
Today, we made $111 Whoa. Okay, the sleepy EP is getting to me. It's only been 3 days. But 111.11. So really lucky number or unlucky, depending on how you look at it. So lowest day of profit despite doing the most trips. Kind of interesting. I think it's because I didn't let myself drive too far out of Austin this time. So they were giving me lower delivery fares as compared to some of the things that I did yesterday and the day before. But with that being said, I also only used a quarter tank of gas. That is maybe a benefit, but ultimately that saved me $20 to $16 anyway. So was it worth it? That is maybe a benefit, but ultimately that's probably not tomorrow. So was it worth it? Anyways, and was it worth it? Good night. I'll see y'all in the morning.
Day 4.
It is now Thursday morning. I'm feeling pretty good. I am about to go to work for 4 hours. After that point, I'll probably grab a bite to eat, and then I'll probably be driving from 3 to 10. Also, shout out. Yesterday, I started The Wise Man Fears, the second book in the series that I'm listening to. So that's how I was getting through yesterday, and it's really good. It's continuing on the goodness. And yeah, that's about that. Let's get it done.
2,000 years later.
Today, I just need to do 17 trips in order to finish my goal, which is to get 70 trips done. That will give me about a $200 bonus on top of all the money that I've already made this week. You also have to see how much I make today. Yesterday it hurt in terms of the amount of money that I actually made because I only made, once again, 110. 115. We'll see what happens today. Let's hope for more money, but also let's just get this done because I am busy tomorrow, and this is probably going to be my last day Uber eating for the week. So. All right, I'm currently on the way to fulfill order 4 and 5 on Thursday. Guys, we're feeling pretty chill. I am just like, but not actually. I'm feeling epic, but at the same time, I don't like driving, which is probably a fatal flaw of this plan. But the money is not bad. However, the money today has also once again been pretty buns. So I don't expect today to be a high profit day. Anyways, just a little update. Peep the really curly hair because of the rain. We are currently once again in the rain. It is 7:34. I have 3 orders in the car right now, so I'm about to go. The only reason I'm pausing is because these 2 are in the same exact location, so it's giving me a little extra time before I leave. Anyways, getting a lot of orders done. They're just not necessarily big orders or expensive orders, so that kind of sucks. I don't think today's profit's going to be big in that sense, but anyways, let's go. Picking up the final meal of the week. Yeah, probably. Tonight, I'm going line dancing with some friends. So this is going to end after I deliver this one, which is going to be my 17th order, which is going to complete the quest and the goals and all that stuff. Torchy's Tacos and Chipotle in the car. What a banger lineup. I want to go visit one of the less known underground places and try their food because I've smelled so many good smells in this car in the past week. So see y'all then.
The next day.
Hey guys, it's Friday. I made it to the end of the week. So last night I wasn't able to do the recap that I normally do because I ended up rushing in order to get to the dance hall to go line dancing with my friends. Ultimately though, the storm that happened yesterday, as you saw, did screw those plans because the power went out at the dance hall we're gonna go to, but ultimately I did end up getting to spend some time with my boyfriend, so I'm not mad. Anyways, today, how are things looking? So yesterday, I made $149.21. Pretty good profit if you ask me. And that is not including the $213 that I made from completing the quest. I did apparently 73 trips over the course of the week. And with that being said, I did the 70 trips that I said I would do. So I got paid $213 extra by Uber, which gets my grand total up to above $790. Guys, that's nuts. So ultimately, I spent around $70 on gas this week. Guys, that puts my hourly earnings at about $26 an hour. Or $28 an hour. I can't remember. Thomas in editing, fix that. Anyways, that's a lot of money. And not to mention, this is like part-time. Like, I still do the job that I'm supposed to do. I work my desk shifts. I come back and I can still play my games. I still shower. Like, I do all the things that I want to do. I hang out with friends. I go to the meetings I'm supposed to. And that was only in 4 days' time. Now I'm going to spend the rest of the weekend just like chilling out. And like, yeah, driving would be tiring, but at the same time, I was listening to an audiobook the entire time. You could listen to music the entire time. And I'm making that much money. Guys, I don't know like why more people don't do this. This is literally like insane amounts of money, quite frankly. Not that I need to like throw a patch in the system or anything, or like people need to like start doing it more, because like I want to make sure I'm still making that much money. But genuinely nuts. I recommend, if you're looking for like a summer job and you live in a city and you happen to have a car, or your parents will let you borrow their car, guys, do this. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for sticking up with me through all of this. And now enjoy this little mukbang at the end of the video. Not actually. You thought. What am I saying? Anyways, bye!